Listen now to what happened to me, how my old life made an unexpected meeting with the new. The fields where the games are played are near an airport, a small airport. The planes that land and take off at this airport are constantly flying low over our fields. After a while, especially during the game, you do not notice them. The planes are the smaller ones, for fun and businesses, not the giant passenger aircraft. On this one occasion, it was a Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. These games at that time make me laugh inside because I can see that many of the young players have had no sleep or are still under the effects of alcohol. This does not seem to affect them much once the play begins. I can remember being that young. It was a foggy morning and the grass was wet with dew. There was the chill the air has until the sun can cut through the fog. The Hawks in yellow were playing the Herons in blue. We were 25 minutes into the game and there was no score. Suddenly, with no warning, as the Herons were mounting an attack, a plane flew over us so close to the ground that it startled all of us on the field and interrupted play. I thought it was a joke on the part of the flyer, and I took out my notebook and wrote down the numbers on the tail of his plane, so later I could share this joke with him and the people who enforce the laws about where planes should be flying. But even as I was writing, he turned around in a loop in the sky and came back toward the field, this time lower than before. It was clear that he was going to land, and we immediately cleared the field. He touched the ground with his wheels and rolled the length of the field, turning at the end to miss the goal. When he stopped, he shut off his engine and opened the door of the plane, which was over one of the wings. I told the players to remain on the sideline and ran across the field to his plane. I believed at that time he must have had some emergency that forced him to land on our field. I might be able to help him. I also needed him to move the plane off the field so the game could resume. Yet imagine my amazement when he stood on the wing, and I knew this man. He is older and heavier, but I know him. I could see he also could recognize me. I stopped, and he shouted my name, my whole name, not that Joe that I hear now. I replied to him in Spanish, which I usually use only when I speak with Rosa, my wife. Yes, Ramon, it's me. What are you doing here? I am amazed to see this man, very surprised that someone I would know from my country would drop out of the sky like this onto my soccer field, but I am also cautious. He is Ramon Javier Bastion, and he is the one who made his living with the drugs. It seems to be a possibility to me that this is what he is doing even now. So I am very cautious. Jose, he says, can you help me? I can see he is excited, perhaps frightened. What is the matter with your plane, I ask him. The plane is all right, he says. Then you must get it off my field, I tell him. We are playing a game. Forget the game, he says. The police will soon be coming. That is not my affair, I say. You must get your plane off this field. He looked at me, then jumped off the wing and began running across the field, toward the road or a line of trees. I could not be certain. There was no one else in the plane. I waved to the players. Come here, come quickly, I shouted to them. They were running over, asking me what was going on, still looking at Ramon as he ran across the field. It's nothing, I told them, but we must hurry and push this plane off the field before the police come. I knew if the police arrived first that they would not let us touch the plane and our game would be stopped. The young men easily rolled the plane well off the field behind the goal. We could hear sirens by then, and I could no longer see Ramon. Captains, I shouted, and the captains of each team came over to me. This will take 5 minutes, I said, looking at my watch. We will resume play at that time with the drop ball in the center of the field. Is that understood? They nodded, and I left them to explain what had happened to the police, and also to keep them off my field. We did resume play, although it was longer than 5 minutes. The police were very anxious, and I had to explain to them that I had not come in the plane, and we were in the middle of a game. They were slow to understand this, but I insisted. I told them that the plane was in their hands, and I indicated where Ramon, whom I called the pilot, had gone. I told them we had a game in progress and the players were waiting. The police had their job to do, and I had mine. On that field, My word is the law. Once I cleared the police from the field, we were able to resume the game. It ended in a scoreless tie, and when it was over, as I was having the captain sign the card, I apologized for the interruption and I congratulated the players on how well they had played. Though I am in a different country now, the game remains a wonder to me.